Now we wait. Now we wait for everybody to join. Hey, Solo Key! Like it's just you and me right now. Alright. We'll give people time to get in here. Hey. Hey, hey, everybody. Hey, Amanda. Hi, Diane. Hi, Sheila. Wait, I gotta turn on this other fan. Hey, okay. Now, no, you didn't miss it. I'm just getting started. Now, at some point, because my iPad is a little bit of a distance away from me, I can't actually see. I can't actually see the chat. I'm going to try to see as best I can. I'm like, I don't even know. I think the camera is this way. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to wait a little bit. We got 32 people in here. And only 8 likes. Go over to the side and smash that like button so we can circulate into the algorithm. It's been such a long time. I don't think I've gone live since the road trip with my daughter. That was in July. So it's been a little while. Alright. It has been a while. Yes, Amanda, it has been a while. But now that school is back in, I think I kind of got a handle like on my schedule. That had been really the biggest thing. And I think for when I'm doing lives, like I have to do them. I've just learned, I figured out, I gotta do the live when I'm just called to do it. Trying to like schedule them is never gonna work. Ever. Alright, 39 people, 20 likes. 44 people. Hey. We get to 50 people and I'll start. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna shuffle up the cards that I'm gonna use today. And whoop whoop, we're celebrating 25,000 subscribers, y'all. Thank you so much for getting me over the hump. I didn't really have any plans to get that high at this point of the year, but I'm so grateful for all of you that subscribe to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, nothing planned ever goes the way I want it to go, so no more planning. I'm just gonna go live when I'm prompted to, but I definitely wanted to get on here and do it now because tomorrow I'm probably not gonna be able to do a video at all because I'm getting my hair rebraided, and then right after I get my hair done, I'm meeting my daughter at the football game, so tomorrow's pretty much a wash. Alright, so for those of y'all, I did see somebody requesting a reading outside of the content that I post on YouTube. The only way to get a reading from me is to book one on my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com. Okay? Alright. Alright, we got 64 people in here. Let's get with it. Alright, y'all, welcome in, guys. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie, and if you're returning, welcome back, squad. Here today to do another general collective reading. I'm not sign specific here, but also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave the rest behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, or you can just go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, to book a session with me. My books are always open. I won't really have a chance to go through the chat while I'm reading. And plus, because my camera is a little bit of a distance away from me, I can't really see. So I don't want to start pretending like I can see. I've got moderators here, and my mods will do their thing. We're absolutely going to cancel your ass out if you're in my comments talking crazy. So just tread lightly. Amanda's pretty quick on the trigger. Alright, y'all, let's get into it. Hope everybody is doing good and feeling good. Before we wrap, though, I am going to do a giveaway. I'm thinking 3. I'm going to do 3. I will pick 3 people for a live session reading with me. But we'll see who's still here by the time that I finish, alright? And then I'll figure out the method of how I'm going to give it away. Haven't quite got there yet. Alright, let's get into it. And absolutely no political talk today. I mean, I don't normally do that. Oh, thank you. I don't normally get into political talk, but child, I for the brief moment that I got on social media, I was like, yeah, I don't even want to engage. Everybody has their own opinions about it. That's fine. I'm going to keep mine to myself. You keep yours to yourself, too. All right, let's go. Okay. This is interesting. Now, I did try to do a reading this morning because I was trying to record a reading to put onto the channel before I did the live, but I was having a hard time getting it uploaded, so you probably won't get that video. It might go on the cutting room floor. And even that video, that reading, I was very perplexed because I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, it didn't feel like it was a relationship, but it didn't feel like something. It was foreign to me, like the dynamic of that relationship. So I don't know who that reading was for. So I don't know. It might go to the membership side. All right. So this looks like energy of this kind of feels like not being afraid of maybe keeping to yourself some of your plans. Like, you may be doing things and it kind of gives me the energy of like establishing something new. And I heard new routine, but I don't know what that means to you. This feels like doing something new, but it also comes with an element of not being really transparent. So, like, I don't know, not telling people what your plans are or something like that. And then also at the same time not being worried or upset that it upsets other people, right? Because I definitely get an energy of other people not liking the moves that you're making, whatever those moves are. Okay. I'm being called to expand. Keep going on just this one section, so we'll keep going. Yeah, this feels like doing something. Okay, so this energy feels like you doing something that you want to do, not telling other people about it, because I am getting an energy of like holding back. Like, so you're not it's not like you lying, you're just not disclosing what you're doing, right? Um, not just, there's like a non-disclosure, but there's an element of other people not necessarily being happy with the decisions that you're making, and they don't really have a choice. They gotta, I don't know if I just, I'm like, I'm trying not to repeat some of the things that I'm hearing because they're a little bit on the vulgar side. I don't know who this is, and I don't know what I'm channeling, but I'm channeling some really crazy energy right now. I literally heard they can suck it. If they don't like it, they can suck it. Not that I don't know what that means, but I just have never heard that. I've never heard that in my ear. But whoever this is that does not like the moves that someone is making, they can suck it because there's nothing they can do about it. Especially the not knowing part. I'm getting a lot of energy of, even if they were like bending over backwards trying to figure out what the moves are, figure out what the plan is, there's nothing that they can do about it, even if your execution of it, whatever it is not making somebody happy. There's an energy around it that basically says, so what? There's nothing. Okay. So like, okay. All right. So blockage your obstacle. That's interesting. Oh. Okay, so damn. Okay, so as it's related to the current energy, part of the obstacle, remember we're talking about somebody not knowing the elements of your plan or whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. Okay? I definitely see an energy here. You're not afraid to take lead on this, to execute it, whatever this is, whatever it is, okay? Now, here in the center where the obstacle is, I think at one point um you might have tried to be very, I heard the word amicable. So you could also be dealing with people who you are already aware of are disloyal to you, or people that you are not loyal to, because I can see where the disloyalty and the decision to part ways or walk away from something, because it's finished. You already see it for what it is, and it doesn't matter how you show up. It doesn't matter the amount of effort you put into it and trying to like keep the peace and minimize the conflict. The relationship dynamic as it stands is already over. And so if it results in everybody just being unhappy with the decisions, they're just unhappy. Just like I said over here, there's not a whole lot that they can do. They don't know what you're doing or how you're doing it or which direction you're going to take. But what they got to move past is the fact that it's like, it feels like a form of acceptance. Like they just got to accept that there's some kind of finality here. And if they're unhappy, they just got to be unhappy with it. Man. Okay. Now, I have an energy here of somebody who doesn't, it's like they don't want you to necessarily walk away. Okay. That's the problem. There's a lack of acceptance. Maybe the lack of acceptance, it stems from the fact that you have a desire to walk away from it in the first place. But they don't want you to leave. They don't want you to leave. Then this energy here talks about in the present, kind of like, even though it's over, in the present. It's like, let's try to like restart. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what this is. But this energy kind of feels like, well, let's try it your way, because this whole row here is like you co-creating with spirit. This is them coming in with, let's try again, but let's do it your way. Let's make it like how you want it, right? The one thing I want to caution you about is the red flags. So we've talked about it before. Like, a lot of times the collective will completely dismiss the red flags. A red flag will be doing all this in your face, and you'll be looking above it and around it, and the red flag is waving in your face, and you don't even notice it because you're trying to figure out what's behind the red flag. But you're meant to see the red flag. So when the red flag starts flagging, you need to be paying attention to it, because this almost feels a little bit like denial. You got to pay real close attention to that. Because there's an energy here of somebody not wanting you to go. They don't want you to go. And here it's like, we'll make it right. We'll try to do it your way. I don't like that. I don't like the energy. So you're being asked, okay, now if you are presented with a situation where they're like, okay, we'll do it your way, right? The divine is asking you to pay attention to your own intentionalities behind staying. If you choose to stay involved or stay connected to whatever this is, because loyal heart is in the reverse. So whatever this is, whether this is people that are not loyal to you or people that you don't really have loyalties towards, keep in mind the intentionality by why you would want to continue to remain connected to this. Even if they decided, okay, we'll do it your way, you have to ask, like, there's got to be some intentionality behind this, because if over here you've already made up your mind to dip, I would lean on staying committed to that, because whatever you're seeing, and I'm going to keep on talking about Neptune's retrograde as long as it's retrograde. While Neptune is retrograde, the rose-colored glasses are off, and people are showing you who they are, and they're moving the way they move because that's who they are. So don't gaslight your own intuition. If you see people moving all funky, they are moving funky, you know? So I feel like if in the effort of fairness, the question has to be asked, why are you committing to stay in a situation if the divine is kind of already handing you something to lead you away? Pay attention to that, okay? Yes. Okay. Now, here's the this is the part of the lesson, okay? Regeneration's in the reverse. You know, and for me, regeneration in the reverse means there's no second chance, there's no do-over, there's no reconciliation next to fork in the road. And if you've committed to walking away from whatever this is, that's why it's important to ask yourself the questions. If I stay back, if I decide to stay, say they're going to do it your way, whatever that means, I kind of feel like it's just reeling you back into the same bullshit that you were trying to get away from. Okay. This involves a group of people. This involves a group of people, not just one. So it's the same thing. If you're choosing to part ways with a group of people, ask yourself, even if they were to offer, like, we'll try it, because it's over. I'm telling you already. Unfinished Symphony is in the center, and it's right here in the reverse. Like, all the glitters is in the reverse, so you see it for what it is. And the symphony is already done. Okay? then over here, even though they're saying, well, we can start over, we can do it again, and we can do it your way, but you have to ask the intention, not just your own intentions of why you would stay, but the intentions of why they want you to stay. Ask that question. Why do they need you to stick around so bad? Why are they choosing to keep you in alignment with them when we already can clearly see that there's no loyalty? Okay? Again, this is a group of people, whether this is a family dynamic, friend group, work colleagues, a group of people, okay? Because I feel like there's somebody here that is really troubled. Never ending story for me. It feels like Eight of Swords energy. So this feels like a lot of overthinking because it's connected to the fork in the road. So this feels like the divine is giving you an opportunity to restore balance in your life. But I believe that the restoration of balance in your life would require you to be able to make a clean break from whatever this is, without a whole lot of second guessing, because I think there's something happening here that's causing you to like pause and rethink this, especially if this is an offer of like, hey, we'll do it your way. Then you're over here thinking about it like, well, if we did it my way, then maybe it might not be so bad, but if you did it your way, they still got you locked into whatever this shit is. Go the distance in the reverse with exchanging gifts in the reverse. As far as I'm concerned, this looks like this is done. And that's been part of the lesson. Observer. Pay attention. Observer in the upright talks about seeing something from a neutral position. And for me, it also comes with an element of you don't really have a whole lot of like emotions or feelings invested in it. You're looking at it. You're looking at the bare bones facts of everything in front of you, right? So you got to ask yourself, if I stick around here, like why? Ask yourself why. Why are you sticking around here? Because the challenge for you is to stop giving to these people or this situation, because there's no coming back from it. There is no balance here. You've been loyal to people who don't actually show loyalty to you. Again, I don't know what the dynamic is, because I don't even have, this doesn't even really feel like romantic relationship. It doesn't feel like a romantic relationship. It feels like being surrounded by a bunch of people who just want to take from you. Yeah, it could be work. It actually could be work. This could be a work environment, because the energy that I feel on here, it just doesn't feel like, I don't feel like you staying there wherever this is. It doesn't feel beneficial. It doesn't feel, this just feels like, you trying to keep the peace so that the days that you're there don't feel as stressful and tense. You're just trying to like maintain your own sanity and peace. Yeah. And this could even be looked upon as action. Like you just, like if it is work, it's like you just show up for work and you just try to keep the peace. You see people for who they are and you already know what their bullshit is. So you just function. But you've kind of checked out wherever this is. You've kind of checked out. Yeah, look, unfinished symphony out here again in the reverse. So the symphony is done. Whatever this situation is, it's pretty much over. Yeah, and it's not for you. It's not for you. Divine timing is at play. Maybe you've been way too patient with folks. Again with the rumination, because we got that over here. Some of y'all are worried about having to do things alone or having to go alone, whatever that means. Okay. I even like this too. Okay, so this part is blockages or dilemmas. And remember, I said over here, regeneration is in the reverse. So there's no do-over. There are no second chances, no do-overs. Here I have mending in the reverse, which is essentially the same energy. But there's no, even if they were to propose, we'll do it your way, there's no actual energy here that supports taking action towards like making it right. It's not in alignment. Before I get into any further, it's not in alignment with you. Whatever this environment is, it's not in alignment with you. So again, you got to really add, I'm not telling you what to do, but telling you what to do. You got to ask yourself, if you decide to go back into this because they promise like, hey, you know, we'll do it your way, pay attention to those red flags. And don't come back to me later talking about, Auntie, I should have listened to you. Yeah, so yes, okay. So there has to be an acceptance that there is no going back. Like, we're not doing this again. So maybe this is for you. I don't know. I mean, everybody's dealing with something different and deals with it differently. But this kind of feels like somebody needing to come to a place of acceptance that the environment that you're in, or whatever you're doing, whatever this relationship is, there's, number one, there's nothing for you to do to make it better. It's not in alignment with you, and you need to accept literally that you just need to stop. Loyal heart again in the reverse. Stop. If you're not loyal to this and they're not loyal to you and you know it, stop the bleeding. Okay, so my question to you is, what is it that you need to wrap up? Because between worlds, because I still see where you're not moving forward. Like, here is part of the lesson. It's still like an energy of not moving forward. This feels like between worlds, when it's in the upright, it's kind of like you're moving forward towards wherever you're supposed to be going, but you still got some shit back here that needs to be like wrapped up. It needs to be addressed or dealt with, and you still haven't walked away from it. Something from the past. So you're being challenged right now. Yes. So you're being challenged right now to see this situation from like an elevated place. Like, look at this situation as an observer, not as a participant. Yes. Look at this situation as an observer and not a participant. And if it wasn't you, how would you advise someone in your situation? How would you advise them to move forward with this? How would you, like, this is you standing back, and hell, maybe this is even like you having an internal dialogue with yourself, but do it from a neutral space where you can stand back, look at this thing objectively, remove all of the emotions from it, okay? Because emotions will make things cloudy. When I say remove the emotions, I mean remove the anger and, you know, the dislike. You know, you don't like the people, you know, if it's work and you don't like your coworkers, or you can't stand your boss and you don't like this person, you don't like that. Like, remove all of that stuff. We're looking at the whole situation objectively. This person did this. That's the fact. You know what I'm saying? Not about the feelings that get carried into it. What is it that you need to wrap up so that you can go? How would you advise somebody coming to you with a dilemma like this? I want to go and I've already made up my mind to make moves, but now they're offering me something different. Shit's a trap, if you ask me. Yes, to the sea. So, To the Sea talks about going with the flow, having the ability to go with the flow, but this for me comes with an energy of like, you know, that feeling of nervousness you get like at the pit of your stomach, like, you know, right before you get ready to do something kind of scary? That's what this feels like. I kind of feel like maybe part of the lesson is to kind of like move, like, do it scared. I wouldn't have accomplished half of the shit that I've done in my whole life if I didn't just do it scared. I did a lot of shit scared. All right, let's pull these back and get into tarot. Yes, intention of the situations versus the emotions. You got to remove the emotions. Emotions will fuck you up every time. But if you remove the emotional aspect from it and just, you know, see it for what it is, not what you had hoped it to be, can move a little. You can move through it a little easier. I mean, you could try to convince folks to do right, but you got to think about it. People do what they want to do. Like, I learned to stop, like, getting involved in things where I really realize where I don't have a lot of control over certain situations. And I just let people do whatever, I just let them do whatever the hell they're going to do, you know? Okay, why are these cards backwards? Hold on. Ooh. Okay. Well, I have an energy out here of somebody who is, I feel like you're generally very well liked. I do have an energy of kind of like I just heard Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So it kind of feels like if you're dealing with a situation that at one point had caused you a little bit of stress, I think you already recognize the demons that need to be slayed, or you're recognizing like the demons that are like your day-to-day demons. Like you don't let them freak you out or worry you because you already understand what they are and who they are. Like the role that they play in your life, you already know what it is. Okay. So in the recent past, there could have been some changes. Now, this particular Seven of Cups is, because I'm using the After Tarot, but this particular Seven of Cups, this looks like, I don't know, I know I've told the story before. So this Seven of Cups is like this person, somebody has like they have the whole plethora of options, right? And they got all these cups to choose from. And they're supposed to be choosing the cup of enlightenment. They choose the cup that has the jewels, they think, and the guy's got a snake wrapped around his waist or whatever a couple of times, but he's holding these jewels, and his he thinks that he just hit the jackpot. Like, look, I got all these jewels, I'm about to be rich, right? But then he gets home, the tower. He gets home only to discover that what he chose really was plastic. It was fake. So this person, I feel like there's somebody here who chose something, and then when they discover that they got the wrong thing or they made the wrong choice or whatever, they got the shock of their life. And so in the near future, this energy very much looks like fuck around and find out, because they chose something and it was done in foolishness. It literally was done in foolishness. They thought that they were choosing something that would give them some form of abundance, and really what they got was junk. Okay. What's in the environment? Okay. Okay, so here's the energy of somebody communicating or wanting to reach out, have dialogue, communication. This is Sagittarius, is Mercury in Sagittarius. This is like communication. Um, but here's the thing. Remember when I talked about it in the first spread? I was like, there was a big sense of energy here of disloyalty. Still out here. So it's kind of like, it is that offer of like, we'll do it your way. We'll go back to the way that it was. But then you're kind of in an energy of, whether this is you or somebody else, this is an energy of being, this is a five, this Five of Cups. It's kind of like, while there's regret and there's focus, there's a little bit too much focus on the past, because he is facing the past. While you're feeling some kind of way about how this all turned out, trust that the other people involved are they're not in a better position. Okay? This energy definitely feels like not wanting to work together. You could have been dealing, whoever this is wanting to communicate with you or reach out to you, may not be a team player. Or this could be you not choosing to be a team player because you're no longer committed to this connection of whatever this is that you've been dealing with from past. Like, this is connected to a past experience, but it doesn't necessarily, like I said, it does not be like romantic. I'm not getting romantic or anything like that, but it's connected to a past experience. And it's weird because I feel like you do want to go, but there's still not, there's no going. Okay. What's in the background? And I don't know about y'all. Moon in Taurus is kind of kicking my butt right now because I just want to take a really long nap. I felt like this yesterday. I was like, I felt really, really tired. I just want to go to sleep. Meanwhile, my daughter's just laying on the couch right here, sleep. Like, I want a nap too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this could be work. This could be a work situation. I mean, I don't know. Could be a relationship. Could be a marriage. Because this over here kind of makes like, and even if it's not a marriage or a relationship, and there's just like a contract, right? This is like somebody making a decision to break that contract. Okay. So at the top of the reading, we talked about somebody making a decision, like you've already made the decision to walk away from something. But here's the communication. Now, I want to point out too, whoever this person is that is not a team player, this person has also betrayed you. It is coming directly from the person that is communicating to you. So pay attention to where this communication is coming from. Pay attention to where that communication is coming from, because that person has also been responsible for some level of betrayal. There has been injustice, and if this is a work dynamic or a work situation, it feels like it's like okay, it's kind of like if you work in an environment where, like, say there's a team, there's a department, okay, and you work together as a team, technically, right? But maybe you're the only one that does the bulk of the work, right? Because I do see where there's an imbalance of there's a lack of fairness, especially if all of the responsibility tends to fall on your shoulders, right? I feel like you, like I said, you've already kind of made up your mind to move away from it because you're not like, you don't have loyalties to this shit. Like, it's funny because I was thinking about this the other day about how how the times have changed. Like my generation, we grew up, our parents taught us to, like, go to work, get a good job, stay there until you retire and earn a pension and all that shit, right? And in this day and age, that's just not reasonable anymore. It's not reasonable to stay somewhere, especially if, yeah, you're getting a paycheck. You go to work to earn a paycheck, but if you're there and they're constantly piling all of the work responsibility on you when you got a whole team of other people that's supposed to be, equally involved, where's the fairness here? This is weird. Now, if I looked at it as a relationship, okay, we can talk about it as a relationship. You still show up in the center of kind of understanding the demon that needs to be slayed. You're not, while you may still be there, wherever there is, you may still be there, you already are aware of who your boogeyman is, okay? Again, there's someone here involved that chose, they may have had several options to choose from, and they chose the shiny thing. And we know that all that glitters is not gold, right? And then over here, because they prioritized the shiny thing, they made this foolish misstep, and then they got the tower, because that's not what they were expecting, okay? Here's the communication, but again, there is an ending here. Either it's already come to an end, or this communication brings it to an end because there is injustice. And if this is a marriage, this could literally be like divorcing somebody, wanting to divorce or communicate to somebody like, I want to divorce or I want to break up or whatever, because I'm the only one doing all the heavy lifting here and it's not fair to me, so I just want to move on. And then this here could be like waiting. You might have even been, it's kind of interesting because you might have been waiting, because up here it's like somebody that's like, it feels like reminiscing over like the good times, right? And so this energy kind of feels like, maybe at one point somebody here was waiting for those times to return, not realizing that, number one, the other person that they were dealing with, this person's in the river, going down the river, damn near drowning. So while you may have, a heavy heart that things didn't work out the way you wanted to, trust me, the other person they're in a far worse position than you are in, because you still have 2 cups behind you. And usually when there's the 5 of cups, is the one thing that people don't talk about. When the 5 of cups is present and everybody's focused on the past and we're looking at the spilled milk or whatever, the 2 cups that are still standing are usually very, very close in proximity. Very close. You may not have considered it, or you may not have been paying any attention to it. It's so close, it's like right under your nose. But this definitely looks like somebody here making a decision. Now, if you are in a committed relationship and you were dealing with somebody who's been a little bit of a player, that's going to be the deciding factor over breaking this contract. Oh, shit. Fears and concerns, having to walk away from a relationship. So this could be a relationship. Having to walk away from a situation that once made you very happy. Because this is in the 8 of cups is in the upright, but so is the 2 of cups. That's 10 cups. That's wish fulfillment, right? But if you break it down, this is having, like, part of the fears and concerns is having to walk away from something that at one point made you very happy for somebody. And if this is a person, like having love for somebody and like having to walk away from it despite that love. Yes. The blockage here is the fact that uh you can't see eye to eye with whoever this is. That's the biggest thing. You can't see you and this person, whoever this is, whatever this is. I don't know what this is. But whatever it is, you don't see eye to eye. And at some point, somebody has to make a decision based on the investment that they've already put into it. Is it worth it to continue? Yes. You can love people from a distance. I mean, I'm a big fan and supporter of loving folks from a distance. But this kind of feels like, it's like, at what point do you, like, if you're steadily investing effort and energy with an expectation of something blossoming into something bigger and better, more stronger, whatever, at what point do you stop and say, okay, I can't do this anymore? You know what I mean? And that's kind of what this is. And this is part of the blockage for somebody. It's like, when you can identify, and I've talked about this in one of the other collective readings, it's like when you're in a relationship and you feel this sense of like tug of war, push and pull, you got to really examine that relationship, because relationships shouldn't be that much work. You know what I mean? So at what point do you just say, you know what, I've put in all I can and I can't? Damn. I think this comes with a level of honesty. I think there's someone here who is because this is the release. The release is kind of like, if you're unhappy in a situation, if you're not happy, then whatever this opportunity is, whatever it's kind of, because he's pouring this cup out. He's not interested in a new cycle. It's kind of like being honest with yourself and whoever else you're involved with, whoever else is involved in this situation. Oh wow. Oh wow. So the lesson here is, it's going to require you to question, like, do you stay where you are, or do you move on and seek your expansion elsewhere for a new abundant life somewhere else? Because where you are, you're not happy there. You can't get any forward traction. It doesn't necessarily feel all that emotionally fulfilling. I mean, usually when you're walking away with that Eight of Cups, you're walking away because you're no longer emotionally fulfilled. And it doesn't mean that there's no love there. But if you want something different, you got to do something different sometimes. Okay. Okay. I do have the energy of somebody here who is a little fearful of the unknown. So it's kind of like, if I walk away from this situation, like, we already have the lack of success, right? There is no success here. And And even though somebody here has really tried to stick it out and persevere, when the Nine of Wands comes out, my preference is to see it in the reverse. Because when it's in the upright, for me, it's kind of a sign of, if somebody were to act like they have some sense, you would still entertain it. You'd still show up and, act however you normally act, right? But when it's in the reverse, it's kind of like, you know what? I just do not have I don't have the willpower to keep pushing through. And I'm also getting a really weird energy of like entitlement, and I'm not really sure where this entitlement energy is coming from. Is it coming from the person or situation that you're walking away from? And it also could be like somebody choosing to walk away from a relationship dynamic where there's, somebody that's only in it. It's kind of like they're only in it for how they benefit from being in it, but they're not putting anything into it. I don't like that energy. Ooh, shit. Oh. This is like taking the lead in your own life to put an end to something and speaking the truth. And there's definitely an energy of somebody being really reluctant or hesitant or overthinking that this conversation is not going to be fruitful. I don't know, this is weird. And by fruitful, I mean like it's not going to get you the result that you think you're going for. I feel like there's somebody who wants to have a conversation. They're just really worried about drama. Okay. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Let's clarify. Where are we time-wise? Oh, damn. Almost an hour already. Damn. So whatever this is, this feels like I don't know, this could be like a fight. I don't know, this feels like a fight over money. Doesn't have to be. And if it's not money, it could just be like maybe over long periods of time, you and this person, if it's like just one other person, maybe you and this person are constantly, at odds with each other. And I feel like that, I don't know, that's why you understand what this demon is that you're dealing with. I kind of feel like you've been doing this for a while. And now here, this is like the revelation of the truth. Remember I said the the Seven of Cups to this tower. Like this is somebody realizing this is the revelation of the truth. I definitely have an overthinker here. Somebody who's like really spinning their wheels about the decisions that they've made. Shit, now I'm stumped. Because this doesn't really align with this energy. What the hell? This almost looks like another... Because this is them making, like, prioritizing the wrong thing. And then taking, like, they're not getting us... Oh... Oh. Okay. So this kind of feels like this is crazy, because this kind of feels like somebody's choosing to stay in this situation even though Like, it's not, this isn't like, it's literally not emotionally fulfilling. And if this is like some type of love relationship, there's literally somebody here who it feels like a loveless relationship. It feels like a loveless relationship. I don't know what this is. I'm so confused. Okay. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. This just changed the scope of everything. Because remember, I said down here, I was like, this feels like somebody making a decision to end a contract. Up here, it's the same thing. Two of Cups in the reverse with the World. So for me, that's the end of a contract, right? So here's a foundational relationship which appears to be dealing with somebody who is not a team player. So there's somebody in this relationship dynamic who is not a team player, right? But this, I feel like, is the collective. This is you. You got your boundaries up. It's kind of like, I know what I put up with and what I wouldn't put up with. So if I'm talking, I got divine feminine out here. So I got all, yeah, I don't have any, I have no male cards out here, actually. I got divine feminine out here, though. You got your boundaries up. You're only dealing with the truth. You may be coming across a little bit detached. I do get the impression that if you are in a partnership or something like that, your partner might not really know what's going on with you. Like they don't necessarily have the ability to like read your mind or anything like that. So they don't really know what you're thinking or what you're doing. So the Nine of Wands is out here again, also in the reverse. But here's this Eight of Swords energy, just like I did in the Oracle pull. I was getting this ruminating. It's like somebody here who's having a really hard time making this decision about just like putting an end to something. Up here, it kind of looks like there is some type of dishonesty going on down here. There's betrayal. Something that has been unfair. This kind of feels like the energy of wanting to just get away from something, moving towards a new opportunity. Moving towards a new opportunity, but then feeling bound to the situation that they're already in. Oh, child. But I see I just see this whole energy right here feels just like a lot of sadness. It's almost like somebody realizing like there's a relationship here, a significant relationship here with somebody that you definitely have love for. Like, you have love for this person. But it's almost like there's something here that can't be fixed. It can't be repaired. I'm gonna go back and read the chat after this video is over. I don't know what this is. So you're worried about, yeah, you're worried about a relationship coming to an end, but I'm not necessarily getting like hard ending. You know, with endings come new beginnings. One door closes, another door opens. It could reopen in the same with the same person. I don't know, child. I don't know what this is. This definitely feels like somebody is worried about something coming to an end. Oh, wow. I'm like, I had a conversation this morning before I started working, and this reading looks a lot like that phone call. This energy feels like, so we have the relationship, right? But I feel like there's somebody here who's on their they're on their north node. And this energy, just in this section, it kind of feels like someone feels as though they're having to choose. Take this how it resonates. It almost feels like somebody having to choose between the relationship that they're in and the love that they have for this person and the pursuit of like whatever their destiny is calling them towards, because it's something, I don't know, like, if do you feel like you have to put an end to that in order to stay in your relationship? If you're already in your destiny's calling, child, keep doing that. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't necessarily feel like the relationship, but well, I mean, if you don't feel emotionally supported there, then obviously something needs to be adjusted. Um, but this kind of feels almost like, I'm worried that the relationship is going to come to an end as my star ascends, as I make my biggest, all of my dreams come true. How does that affect my life, my relationship here? I do not know what this is. This is a lot. Incidentally, incidentally, if this is a relationship, this almost feels like the discovery of, because now I have third party energy out here. It's not like completely overt, like, bam, third party energy, but there's something. There is something here. And I kind of feel like the discovery of this something is the catalyst to like a breakdown of this relationship. Yes, the blockage is the fact I said y'all can't see eye to eye. And so at one point you have to say, okay, how much more how much more patience do I need to keep going with this when I'm the only one that's putting in any of the effort? If you're the only person putting in the effort and you're still, and also too, if there's somebody here that needs to like apologize or whatever, they need to come with it. Oh. Okay. I don't necessarily like this messaging, but I'm going to say it anyway. There is an energy. It kind of feels like right now I'm talking to somebody who absolutely has the power to like follow their, like, chase your dreams, like follow your dreams, go where they take you, right? But as long as you're still connected to a relationship or this situation, that when, if you're starting to feel like you're the only one doing all the work in that relationship has to go in order for you to fulfill the dream. I've talked about this before where, like, yes, abundance is our birthright, but sometimes it's held back because we still have people in our life that absolutely cannot come with us on the next leg of the journey. So you have to really, I mean, this is eclipse energy. This is very eclipse coded. Eclipse energy lasts for about 6 months until we get to the next eclipse cycle. So there will be some shifts in your relationships. Um, there will be shifts in your relationships. And then there's going to have to be the need of acceptance, and just because there are some people who are just having a hard time accepting the fact that yes, they got to go too. Even if you made all the cuts, there might still be a couple of people that are holding on that still need to go. And I think it's going to really require you to see something from that neutral lens without the emotions, to see how other people show up for you. And you can give excuses and be like, oh, but they got this and that going on. Yeah, but people make time for the people that they genuinely love and want to fuck with. Like, people make time for that. If they care, they make time for it. Living arrangement security. I'll start making plans now. Okay. Yeah. I was like, I start making plans now. All right. So part of the lesson here, I feel like there has to be something, because I feel like you're not. This does have something to do with your long-term stability. Long-term. It's kind of like there's a need for you to rethink or re-strategize the plan. I also feel like there's an energy of, it's like, I need you to not, okay, take this how it resonates. I need you to not, right now, in this particular situation, if this reading, I don't know what this is, but if any parts of this is resonating for you, I need you to not turn to other people to ask their advice. Do not go to other people asking what do they think you should do. In this situation, you need to look to yourself and say, okay, what do I need to do for me? What do I need to feel secure? Ask yourself these questions, come up with the answers, and then start executing, doing what you need to do in order to obtain that sense of stability for yourself. There has to be practical action steps taken. You cannot just turn to the next person and have an expectation of getting some kind of help. This is one of those you got to help yourself moments. And I want to reassure you, though, you have everything that you need in order to accomplish this. You really do. And when I say everything you need, even if you don't have the resources, you have the skills to obtain the resources. You know what I mean? You've got the brain power, you've got the imagination, you got the skills. Use those skills. But this is definitely one of those things where you got to rely on yourself. You can't rely on anybody else to help you in this situation. You got to do this one on your own. Oh, shit. Okay. If this is rooted in a family dynamic, remember I just said it's kind of like the sun, whether it's in the reverse or in the upright, it's still the happiest card of the deck. And when I see it in the reverse, while it does talk about like the lack of illumination, things being hidden and all that kind of shit, right? But for me, as it's related to the other cards that are out here, this is delay, not deny. The abundance and the happiness that you seek is being delayed because you are still connected to something. And I know that this is maybe something that was not on your radar because you hadn't planned for it. I see it. You didn't plan for this. This is not something that you didn't have no expectation of this. But the longer you stay connected to the situation, environment that is no longer emotionally supportive to your needs, the longer this abundance is delayed. Okay? All right. Now, let's play with the Kipper Lenormand deck. Okay, now somebody here is trying not to bring... Okay, now this definitely feels like somebody here who's trying not to really bring something to an end, because if they do, if this relationship dynamic comes to an end, somebody may have some issues with housing. That's why strategic planning is necessary now. Like, start getting your ducks in a row. If you know that if this relationship comes to an end and you may not have a place to lay your head, start figuring that stuff out now. What did I say? I said somebody here chose something because they thought it was shiny. They thought that they were coming up, and that's not really what happened. So the illusion of wealth and prosperity and all of that is out the window. Okay, that's good luck. I swear I don't know what this is, because I'm like, in this section it's kind of like somebody staying in, making a decision to stay, or being indecisive about staying in the relationship. But this definitely talks about, this is not so much about innocence or a new start. So it's not a new start. So it's like the continuation of something going on, but there's a change that's positive. Oh, I like this. Now, if you are married or if you're in a committed partnership, it does feel like if you've got some type of like, this card talks about disputes and arguments or whatever. It feels like this is coming to an end, or that would need to come to an end. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I have way too many layers of cards here. But this feels like there's something here. Because this is a marriage and this is a marriage. I mean, the ring is about like marriage and commitments, contracts, or whatnot. But I have that connected to the Two of Cups in the reverse. So there's a message here that is not, it's either being withheld or blocked or something about a marriage maybe coming to an end, or a relationship coming to an end, or a relationship in disharmony. This feels like judgment. Something being blocked. An ending being blocked. An ending being blocked, which is interesting because it's next to the World. Okay. And again, it's not a new beginning. Loss of innocence. Okay. So, yeah, see, messages in the reverse, and so is message of concern. So there's something being hidden, and I do see that. Something's being hidden. You're being obstructed from something, or somebody is trying to, even up here, like somebody's trying to prevent you from closing out a cycle. This message, you not having this information, prevents you from actually, like, moving on, or moving away, or going. There's an obstacle here, or something obstructing you from the truth. Now this talks about not having, like, this is also a partnership card, but it's in the reverse. So this is like a partnership coming to an end. See, you not having this information keeps you stuck here, or keeps you here, prevents you from moving on. I don't like this. But I definitely get the energy of somebody who maybe they're losing, it's like losing passion for somebody. And if it's not losing passion, it's like a relationship. I don't know. Because I get the impression somebody wants to move on and move towards something new. But if they had this information actually might propel them forward. Thief. Family room. And this feels like your intuition, but intuition being blocked, subconscious being blocked. What is this? I'm so confused right now. This is the weirdest energy, because this is not like any of the other readings. I don't know what this is. Yeah, so there is somebody here worried about, and there is the potential here of somebody being worried about not having, like, same thing over here, not having a roof over their head. Like, new start. Like, I know if I leave and I go for a new start, I might not have a roof over my head. I might lose my interest in a home or something like that. Damn. So you remember when I said part of the blockage here was like somebody who continuously puts in effort into the relationship? Same toil and labor with lovers. It's literally the same thing. It's like putting in, part of the blockage is the fact that maybe somebody here, potentially you, keep putting in effort into this relationship when there's like no more love in it or something like that. Oh, I don't know what this is. Are you worried about being alone? Somebody here is worried about being alone. That's the other thing. Somebody's worried about being alone. But I said you have the tools. You have everything you need. You have everything that you need. Oh, snap. part of the lesson here is that you've been dealing with somebody who's been wearing a mask. This person is fake. I don't like this energy. I'm gonna keep this a buck. I don't like it. So here's, okay, I have message and message of concern both here in the reverse, but writer is a fast incoming message. And if there had been something obstructing you from receiving this message, you're getting ready to get that. Remember, delay, not deny. This is the last bit that you need to release before you can move on towards the destiny line, right? I know y'all will tell me. Like, I know you guys will tell me in the comments, because I honestly, I do not know what this is. I think I will post that video. Never mind the fact that I say I'm going live, because I recorded it first thing this morning, and I was like, I'm going live at 4 o'clock. I think I am going to post it, because that reading was very similar. It was kind of similar to this one. And even then, I was like, I don't know what this is. Alright, let's get a couple of tea leaves. Ooh. Rose, romance is in the air. Is it? Is the romance in the room with us? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. Okay, I will post it. I will upload it. I was having a difficult time uploading it this morning, but I'm gonna try again. Alright. Ooh, shit. Chair empty. Someone leaving your life. Oh, shit. Teardrops. Great personal sorrow. Oh, shit. Flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover. April may be significant. Could be dealing with a Aries or a Taurus. Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. Bear, danger, especially in money matters. Broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. I don't know who this reading is for. I don't like it. I don't like it. This energy feels weird. Pig, beware of greed. Egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. This energy is really, really heavy. Oh. Bow, you are highly thought of. Kangaroo, unsettled times need to plan ahead. So let that be your warning. You need to be proactive. If this is your story, and you know that you're in a relationship that, you know, the legs are a little wobbly on it, you might need to start kind of strategizing an exit plan, and do so quietly. Okay? But you definitely need to plan ahead. Definitely need to plan ahead. Alright. Fear of failure or the unknown may be keeping you from taking risks and experiencing new opportunities. You're expanding your career through learning and self-improvement. New skills and knowledge will help you grow professionally. You're at a critical decision point in your life. Making a clear and confident choice will lead to positive outcomes. You're feeling anxious about change and maybe trying to resist, leading to internal conflict. Damn. These cars is loud. Miscommunication is causing confusion. Unspoken feelings or misunderstood words are blocking progress in a relationship. You're reflecting on past love experiences, cherishing the warmth and the lessons from previous relationships or even this relationship. Your beliefs may be wavering or you're struggling to hold on to your faith in something important, leading to confusion. Your health may be at risk, and neglecting self-care could lead to burnout or physical ailments. So take care of you first, please. Career success is within reach. Your hard work and dedication are being rewarded. Significant progress is being made. And boundaries. You've set clear boundaries in your relationships, protecting your emotional space and fostering healthy interactions. Alright. Let's grab some index cards. I'm going to grab some from here. Some from here. Grab some from down here. Where are we? 86 minutes. Alright. Someone's grieving the loss of you. Someone may be trying to alienate and isolate you, but they're also afraid to lose you. Crazy. Somebody is angry that their attempts have failed. There could be somebody who's an experienced high priestess or witch. Somebody wanted to destroy your life. Somebody is emotionally unstable, or they've claimed you to be emotionally unstable. We got a cheating man or a woman, a baby mama, and somebody's life in turmoil. Damn. Illness is part of their karma. Somebody is an agent of chaos. Archangel Shamuel is out here for unconditional love and adoration. Somebody may be dealing with alcoholism. You don't deserve it. So there's something in your life that somebody feels either you don't deserve, or spirit is telling you don't deserve. Like if somebody's giving you a bad hand, like you don't deserve that. You're better off without them. Take a spiritual bath or cleanse your space. They don't want you to prosper. Damn. Somebody has a big ego. Somebody potentially could be facing homelessness or wants you to face homelessness. Somebody does things for attention. You may have unconditional love for this person, but they're stuck in a mindset and in need of healing. You may be in the public eye. You're being seen. There may also be a forged signature on a legal document. Somebody uses others for advancement. Somebody also uses sex to get their way or to cloud judgment. Someone is lost without you or will be lost without you. Whatever love was gone is lost, though. Taurus may also be significant. Someone can't keep their lies straight. The story is ever changing. Someone says they've always hated you because you seem to be blessed. If you're at a distance from somebody, they're in despair over the distance. Somebody's also getting instant karma, especially if they're projecting negative energies towards your children. Because that's some stanky energy. Alright. We're going to do some truth cards, and then we'll do the synchronicities and dates, and then I'm going to do the dice, and then I'm going to wrap. Because I'm really sleepy. Alright, I have alignment. Think it through. On the horizon. Ask more questions. Try again. 11-14 may be a significant synchronicity for you. Balancing act 12-12. More to be revealed. Chakra balancing. Exciting news. You may be getting some exciting news. Think it through. Something is coming to an end. We have an ending here. Heal money issues. Meditate. 11-11. 12-21. Or 21-22. or 2112 or 1121. Take a trip, more to come, a new career path, set boundaries. 1414 is out here again. I'm telling you, that one's been chasing us around. 323, 213. The long haul, better perspective, 2121, maybe. If you have a question, the answer is maybe. Deep feelings, love beginning, someone has a hidden agenda, time apart may be necessary, and family issues. Bottom of the deck, it's not personal. All right, we got 12, 12, 11, 11, 15, 15, 14, 14, 21, 21, 222, 414, or 144. All right, let's look at the dates. I don't have any dates in January, but I've got February the 9th, February the 18th, February the 21st, February the 2nd, the 6th, the 11th, February 21st, and the 20th. I have March the 6th, March the 11th, and 12th. March the 12th is out here twice. I have March the 20th, the 21st, and 25th. March 15th is out here twice. March 16th and March the 23rd. I have April the 14th and 15th, April 23rd. I have no dates in May. I have June the 2nd twice, June the 3rd, June the 9th, June the 11th, 12th, 14th, and 21st. I have no dates in July. I have no dates in August. I have no dates in September. I have no dates in October. November, however, I have November 2nd out here twice, November the 3rd, November the 6th, November the 12th, November the 9th, 14th, 18th, 20th, 21st, 25th. I have December the 3rd, December the 16th, December the 21st, December the 23rd, and Christmas. All right. Okay, we got 4th house. That's your roots, family, home. 4th house. 11th house, your network of friends and your associates, the groups that you belong to. The 9th house. I'm like, I have to stop thinking about my own chart. The 9th house is higher education. Let's see. Then we have Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. We have the South Node out here twice. So somebody here could be operating out of their South Node. I believe this is Saturn. So if somebody's living in their South Node, child, Saturn may be shaking some shit up for them. Okay. Alright, so before I go, I'm going to pick a few names for a live reading with me in celebration of 25,000 subscribers. The catch is you absolutely have to be a subscriber to the channel. So I know when people go live, folks like to do the little drop in or whatever and jump in on it, but you got to be subscribed to my channel in order to win this giveaway. So what I'm going to do is and actually, because I do know I've got people that are like all over the world. So at first I was going to open it only for the people that are actually here for the live, but I want to kind of open it up for anybody else that happens to be subscribed to the channel. Some of my day ones that are living on the other side of the world that can't be with me right now. But I don't want you to comment this. I don't want it to be commented in the live feed because it won't count. Okay, so you're gonna have to like exit out of the live feed. Even when we go, when I'm done with this, go into the actual video portion of it and leave the comment there. Road to 100K, because that's what we're manifesting. I'm gonna get that damn $100,000, that 100,000 subscriber plaque. I'm getting that, best believe. So in the comments, not the live chat, in the comment section of this video, I want you to put the comment road to 100K. I'm gonna leave it open for the rest of tonight and all day tomorrow. I will choose the 3 winners on Saturday, and I will do a community post of the winners, and I will also reach out to you individually under the comment section of the video as well. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Thank you guys. Hashtag, yes, hashtag road to 100K. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but because I'm like, I got a whole, they have apps for that stuff. Like the giveaways, they have like apps that like you can put in there, plug in like what you want them to pick up, and they'll pick up just that. So yeah, hashtag road to 100K. But thank you guys so much for just being a part of my soul tribe and for supporting each other, for helping support me. I never planned for, honestly, I never planned for this to be a tarot channel. Honestly, it turned into that, and I'm so grateful that y'all have come along with me for the ride. Like, we're all growing and healing together. And while we're at different paces and we're not in the live chat, Letty, not in the live chat, but do it in the video afterwards. Like when you can click, I'm not sure how to do it like when you're live, but you can toggle back and forth, because I know I can do it from my phone. Do it on the video afterwards. Even after I wrap this, go into the video and comment hashtag road to 100K. Okay. And again, I'll make the announcement on Saturday morning when I wake up before I go to my class. I might even do a quick little video announcing it, and then once I do that, I'll reach out to you, and then we'll get you on the schedule for the next, sometime within the next couple of weeks. All right. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my work. It means a lot that I can share these stories with you. You validate the fact that I'm not just talking crazy and pulling shit out of my ass, that these stories actually make sense to you, and that you're getting the very necessary information. That's really all I'm here for. I'm here as a guide. I am here to guide you through the energies. I'm here to help pull you out of the shit that we all seem to get ourselves into, you know? And there's no shade there, no shade, no shame. We've all been there, and sometimes we just need a little bit of help. And I feel like I'm kind of like the guy that I wish I always had. I always wish I had somebody that could help me, and I never had that. I had to help myself. So I'm paying it forward, and I'm helping the people that I know that need the help, and that's why I'm here. So thank you guys so much for being a part of my journey. Thank you so much for allowing me to help you with your own journeys. That's really why I'm here. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to go. Otherwise, I'll be dragging this goodbye forever. Plus, I can't even remember how to get out of here. Oh, the X. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you. Until next time, I will see you in the next video. Probably won't be till like maybe Sunday, because, yeah, tomorrow's a wash. And I'm not getting up at the crack of dawn. So there's that. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care.